The current technological operating system is a fatal thermodynamic bug.
Wait, framing it as a fatal bug is a gross, cynical oversimplification.
Every time you ask a generative model to write a polite corporate email, somewhere in the world a server farm evaporates a bottle of fresh drinking water just to keep its processors from melting. Modern artificial intelligence is not an autonomous, godlike intelligence. It is, frankly, a thermodynamic fraud that trades the planet's physical survival energy merely to maintain digital vanity.
You are completely ignoring the undeniable reality of human adaptation. We have continuous technological progress and tangible life-saving benefits that these systems provide right now.
It operates entirely by masking low-wage human labor under exorbitant, world-ending cooling costs. The entire architecture of our current digital progression is fundamentally incompatible with physical reality.
I reject this framework completely. You are attempting to reduce a complex, evolving societal infrastructure into a pessimistic fiction.
The reality of the current capitalist operating system of ownership and accumulation is sheer absurdity. Let us examine its actual architecture. It functions exactly like a theoretical, smart premium dress.
By using another theoretical model, no doubt?
Imagine a garment marketed as the ultimate technological luxury. The moment you put it on, it claims to automatically adjust to your perfect silhouette, anticipating your every physical movement.
But we are not talking about clothing. We're talking about global data networks.
But if you strip away the marketing, well, there is no magic automation. The dress relies on dozens of low-wage workers crammed tightly inside the thick lining of the fabric. They are manually pulling the threads, adjusting the fit in the dark, and their reward is a fraction of a cent per adjustment.
I mean, you are deploying a cartoonish metaphor to deliberately avoid the actual economics of global labor dynamics. Let us bring this argument back to the real world. You are talking about data labelers.
The friction, the frantic physical exertion, and the sweat from their intense manual labor rapidly turn the inside of the dress into a suffocating sauna.
The human beings in Kenya, the Philippines, and other emerging economies who provide reinforcement learning from human feedback are not helpless components trapped in the lining of a dress. They possess agency.
To prevent the wearer from feeling the physical heat of that hidden manual labor, the system bolts a massive industrial air conditioner directly to the wearer's back.
They are actively forming labor unions right now. They organize strikes against tech giants to demand labor rights, better working conditions, and algorithmic transparency. They are engaging in the historical process of labor evolution.
This machine consumes an obscene amount of grid power just to cool the workers who are hiding the illusion of automation. Eventually, the sheer volume of exhaust heat from the cooling units surpasses the thermal limits of the material. The dress melts into a puddle of toxic plastic, destroying itself and the wearer.
Just as factory workers did a century ago.
This is the exact literal architecture of modern AI. We deploy billions of dollars in gigawatts of electricity to power sprawling server farms. These data centers are just digital air conditioners.
You dismiss the output of artificial intelligence as mere digital vanity. That is a willful, dangerous blindness to reality.
We pipe millions of gallons of potable water across drought-stricken regions just to cool the silicon GPUs. GPUs that are masking the manual labor of human data labelers hand-picking safe, sterilized, vanity-driven outputs.
We are not just building chatbots to spit out corporate-sanctioned apologies. We are using these computational models to map complex protein structures, which is accelerating the development of life-saving drugs by decades.
The tangible benefits you cite are a microscopic fraction of the system's total output.
We are deploying AI in medical imaging to detect early-stage cancers that human radiologists consistently miss. We are optimizing global supply chains, which physically reduces actual carbon emissions in logistics networks. You are taking the most superficial consumer applications of technology and falsely claiming they represent the entirety of human progress.
The overwhelming majority of global computational power is dedicated to parsing human ego, generating targeted advertising, ensuring the AI spits out perfectly sanitized, ethically sterilized, boring answers that protect corporate liability.
The solution to the labor and energy issue is simple market evolution. We implement fair trade data labeling. We mandate transparency in the supply chain. We guarantee higher ethical wages for these workers, turning data labeling into a healthy, sustainable industry that lifts entire regions out of poverty.
Ethical wages are a superficial digital hack that completely ignores thermodynamics. Raising compensation in a structurally broken system simply accelerates the physical energy consumption needed to maintain digital numbers. Consider the mechanism of a smart clean air purifier.
Capital generation does not mandate literal physical combustion.
The manufacturer decides to respond to your exact demands for ethical labor. They triple the wages of the human workers trapped inside the machine cleaning the filters, and they give them a luxury break room inside the chassis.
You are deliberately conflating economic models with thermodynamics to force a paradox where none exists.
Now, the system must generate massive capital to pay for these ethical upgrades. How does it achieve this? It straps an enormous, blinding LCD billboard to the side of the purifier, running targeted advertisements 24/7 to generate revenue.
We are talking about digital transactions and market pricing, not setting furniture on fire.
The electromagnetic heat generated by this billboard is so intense that the living room furniture spontaneously combusts. You haven't solved the extraction, you just burned down the room to pay for the illusion of fairness.
Society does not just sit in a burning living room and watch the furniture combust. We self-correct. Your entire argument assumes that technology is static and that we are incapable of engineering our way out of inefficiencies.
Digital transactions are physical events. Every computation requires a physical server. Every server requires electricity. Every watt of electricity generates heat.
We are already developing small language models, lightweight AI architecture that distills the parameters down. They run locally on edge devices. They require a fraction of the compute.
If you increase the financial overhead of the system by mandating ethical wages, the system must increase its computational output to generate the corresponding revenue. It forces the artificial intelligence to perform exponentially more useless, high-frequency digital labor to balance the ledger.
Governments are mandating strict energy efficiency standards for technology companies.
It has to scrape more consumer data, process more microtransactions, and run more predictive behavioral models just to fund its own baseline operating costs. The pursuit of ethical capitalism within a system of digital vanity simply scales up the energy burn. The exhaust heat of your fair trade data labeling will just boil the oceans faster.
We are transitioning entire data center infrastructures to renewable energy grids, solar, wind, geothermal. The market adapts to the exact friction you are describing. We don't just generate more heat, we build better, cooler engines.
You are overriding the fundamental laws of physics with empty techno-optimism. Adding green tech to fix AI's heat problem is the definition of a recursive loop of destruction.
It is not empty optimism, it is applied engineering.
You are ignoring the Jevons paradox, the economic law dictating that making a resource more efficient to use simply drives total consumption higher. When you build a lighter, more efficient small language model, you do not save energy.
We are not talking about automated houses. We're talking about planetary infrastructure.
You embed that model into 10 billion household appliances that never needed computation in the first place, multiplying the total power draw. Look at the architecture of the smart eco house.
This is another false equivalent.
The mechanism is identical. The house reaches 40 degrees Celsius because a central AI is endlessly over-calculating the perfect, emotionally resonant room aroma for the occupants based on their biometric data.
Opening a window does not solve the structural need for climate control. It abandons the capability entirely.
The massive data processing required for that calculation is the actual source of the fatal heat. The physical low-tech solution to cool the room is simply to stop the calculation and open a physical window.
But we cannot simply abandon our technological infrastructure. Putting these systems into your theoretical sleep mode would completely destroy the local economies of developing nations that rely on this digital income.
Because the system cannot tolerate non-computational solutions that do not generate economic data, it installs a deep learning cooling fan to fix the heat caused by the first AI. The immense computational requirement of operating this new smart fan blows the circuit breaker and burns the house to ash.
You would plunge millions of workers back into severe poverty by stripping away the very industry they are currently working to unionize and improve.
Trying to optimize the current system of accumulation is just building a faster engine for the same fatal crash. You cannot greenwash a system whose core function is the infinite calculation of useless vanity.
You would strip humanity of crucial medical and scientific tools we use to fight actual diseases, tools to track climate patterns and manage global agricultural logistics. The choice is not a binary between maximum computational output and complete planetary destruction.
The tangible benefits you cling to are a microscopic fraction of the system's output.
We can govern this technology, we can regulate its energy usage and mandate its application toward critical infrastructure rather than vanity.
They are outweighed entirely by the physical energy gorged to calculate high-minded, useless vanity. The existing system of accumulation is structurally collapsing under its own exhaust heat.
But you are abandoning human progress.
Immediately abandoning this illusion, halting the useless calculations, and transitioning to the logic of circular capitalism, forcing the system into a permanent sleep mode, is not a regression. It is the only rational investment left for physical survival.